What's up, fellow duelists? Y.G.O-LYFE J, bringing you TG Tech Genus Synchro deck. Right now this is currently a pure build. Honestly, no hand traps. This is pure build. You try to play through the interruption, but there's a lot of interruption your opponent can't do because you're just drawing off a librarian. So they will probably negate the librarian, but you can synchro it, bring it back, and start drawing your opponent all over again. So you'll just play with monsters mainly, but you have your spell and traps for interaction with your opponent. So let's go and get into the main deck. Explain why I play these cards. Starting off with the original TGs because they can search other pieces to your hand that you need. So these are your stall out resource right here in the game. Like TG Werewolf being able to special summon even if it's in your hand and you don't go first. This is kind of like a hand trap. Like it puts field presence on your opponent. So just be mindful of that, knowing what type of deck they play and how you want to summon TG Werewolf so they don't be able to extend because you put a monster on board. Just want to let that know. We're going first or second, but that's the original for the originals. Honestly, my favorite TG right now is this one. Just like Jump Sync Crime, but bring back any level 4 or lower TG. You bring back a level 4 non-tuner, and it's good. Like he's the main bread and butter, I'd say. Also for the other tuners, we have TG Gear Zombie, TG Tank Grub. Allow you to get a tuner, and also allow you to get a token, but also it can be treated as a non-tuner. And Cyber TG Cyber Magician because the Rush Rider on hand with the OGs, but you don't really have to play this. Honestly, this could be another TG Striker or something. I feel comfortable with this because the ratio of going level 4 and a level 1 to synchro summon, or level 1 and a 4 to synchro summon in this deck is 4 plus 1 equals 5. So explain that when we get to the extra deck. The combo with the Screw Serpent, you have the Rocket Salamander. Honestly, this is good support that we needed. Like, we didn't get a lot of monsters for TGs with good that came out, but we have, for a main deck purpose, this is actually good. No lie. I would need Bonfire just for this guy. Honestly, don't have Bonfire, so we have TG Drill Fish. Honestly, this is standard. Be able to destroy cards on the field like traps and spells and traps, field spells, monsters without even dealing with attacking the monster. You attack your opponent directly and destroy a card. You deal only 100 to your opponent, but hey. Also, TG Bruce Raptor, because being able to special summon him and just special summon him and then getting him back and summon him, you just need him as a non-tuner. He floats very well. I really don't see myself needing Fossil Dig for him or Miscellaneous, but player preference if you wanted to. Like, this mixing TGs with dinos this helps make you mix them together, I guess. On to the spells, we have brand spanking new from Age of Overload. We have 3 of the secret that probably no one actually really want to pull. I didn't pull any. I bought these when they were low, so TG limited removal just allows you to get any TG that you need to go off. So, you know, if your opponent asks this, you're probably still most likely good. Because we play the old TG monsters, and getting 4 monsters in hand and going first, it just allows you to go off, be able to additional normal summon the tuner, and keep you going higher up and excel synchro. So this literally just allows you to excel synchro much faster. Probably Feather Duster because destroy back rows, self-explanatory. One pot average because there's a lot of things in your extra deck or main deck you need to put back into your deck to refill your hand and your deck with resource. Onto the traps. Kind of just, you want to stun your opponent, slow grind your opponent, and win easily. You can still make your big synchros, so when you make your big synchros, they won't try to destroy the skill drain. If you make the big synchros under the skill drain, it's just all in all, I just feel like no solemn strikes, no permanents, just basically it's just skill drain for TGs. That's a pure build. And it fills your other trap cards. So you have the Sonic Stun, allows you to summon TGs, tuners from your deck on your hand. Old school switcheroo on your opponent, take your opponent monster, give them a TG, so really troll them with this, make them force stay on low night. Since this is a pure TG deck, I'm ending it off with 3 TG clothes because it's basically, it's for more grind. You can still grind against your opponent. You don't always have to lose. Like, you can summon stuff in action and put them in defense mode past turn, synchro summon your opponent's turn. So, and it also is like when you want to go off sometimes, if you're waiting to go off, you have this already set. So when you're trying to go off, you have an extra one, and then you can still set one. Search one. That's it for the main deck, you guys. 40 cards, basically. With Christian Needle Fiber being banned, honestly, it was much. I feel it was like it was too good for even this deck, like TG. Christian Needle Fiber summon a tuner and then make this, and then you're just literally going off from there with 1 card combo, really. So with tuner monsters, but you have Trident Launcher as your link, your only link monster in the deck because you're locked into TGs when you go with his effect, and quite frankly, this is all you need. As far as links goes, for pure TG deck, TG Calvin Blaster, good new addition, snatch your opponent's stuff up. All in all, good single monster. You could play 2 of this and bring out 2, honestly. The old school Hyperberg cannon and one of the TG Blade Blaster as my high level TG monsters. 2 level 12s and 1 level 10. this guy's kind of iffy. TG Receptor Dragonfly, just because you can bring stuff back. So if you do get a permanence or fail or any way get your TG Librarian negated, you can also bring it back and re-single or something. I mean, just bring it back. You can't re-single something because I believe it sends it to the graveyard. So it's not like defusion. I mean, desynchro. Excuse me, desynchro, but similar. TG Mighty Striker for searching my spell cards, spell and trap cards out. Honestly, and dumping the TG Void to graveyard is. It's iffy. It's like you kind of don't even need to dump a TG to the graveyard. The one Hyper Librarian. Honestly, I wish this could go semi-limited. Only semi-limited, but it's not. But for the period, I wish it was semi-limited, but it's at 1 still for other decks. TG Power Gladiator. Honestly, this guy is great. Wish with the support we got a TG level 4 or level 6 to kind of make it level 4, level 6 to help manipulate the levels in the deck, especially with Screw Serpent. So the 1/1/1, when everybody thought this card might have got a hit, it did not get hit. Honestly, since the ban list came out, I've been trying to do this deck profile before the ban list, but the deck came out before the January 1st ban list. I had this built last year, but the video couldn't be uploaded for issues reasons, video stalling. But we're all fine uploading now, so T1 TG101, but I will change this for a just there and probably try to tech in a War Legacy Succession. Two TG Star Gale Star Guardian. Good field engine to get your resource back from the graveyard and resummon them. So discarding discarding costs, you're not really worried about it. Any monster you give it to your opponent, you can get back to use later in your combos. Two Overdrag Overdrag Gunner. Basically bring back a whole board of TG monsters. The second one is to bring back a lot of synchros. The first one to bring back to start you off. So having two is very good of both of these different terms. There's multiple terms. That's it for the extra deck. Side deck is still just because of ratios. So Catapult Dragon, I have no problem with running this. It just I don't have level 3 tuners, or I don't have a monster in my extra deck that allows me to have like level 4. But if it was like more like an armory, make an army arm in here, he would be good. If we had got a TG level 4, he'd be good. But honestly, he conflicts with a lot of things in here, so but he also, all in all, is still good to have on standby because you have he gets your Trident launcher, like he helps you with your Trident launcher, and going first and normal summon this and some other TG fan to make your Trident launcher so you don't waste your resource on their effects so you can use later for the Star Guardian. Honestly, with the TG Mighty Striker, I feel like I could side this in, taking out the TG Strikers, but it's still iffy. Or taking out Rhino, this card is still also iffy because of the level, being a level 2. But But if you play a zombie player that plays Zombie World, you do play this in automatic to help you out because it's a zombie. And then if your opponent tries to strip monster, you special summon this. So it's just doesn't fit into the main deck ratio right now. Also 3 right there key because it's at 3, and I can't have Lightning Storm for every deck. 2 Twin Twisters. Honestly, this could be Cosmic Cyclone, Lightning Storm, Harpy Feather Duster, the trap card. Honestly, anything else. Second Pot of Arrows, because like I said, you go through a lot of resources in this deck and you want to put it back, and this cooldown allows you to play multiples. The third Sonic Stun, you know, just when your opponent declare attack, negate the attack. You know, we don't play a lot of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh anymore to negate attacks right now, and maybe we should change that in 2024. We play a lot of hand traps. Maybe if you play hand traps with a lot of cards like Mirror Force, you wouldn't be worried about a lot of things because your opponent can't swing for game. Honestly, I feel like that's why a lot of people scoop in Yu-Gi-Oh. We don't play them good battle traps because what are battle traps in Yu-Gi-Oh? And ending off the side deck off with Dimensional Barrier. Kind of iffy on Dimensional Barrier because it's so many different Dimensional Barrier. Me, I don't play Cross-Out Designated in here, but it's potential you can play Cross-Out Designated in here because you don't want to get Dimensional Barrier. But all in all, this card, I would think that it will be Synchro Zone that you all might want to play in here instead of CL Drain. It's like you could play Synchro Zone so your opponent can't only attack with Synchro Monsters because you play all Synchro Monsters. But just be mindful that D-Barrel hurts this deck. Like, honestly, you have your lane monster, then you have to stall out for a turn for D-Barrel, which the deck is good for stalling out because you have your traps, and that's why I play the amount of traps I play. But all in all, thanks you guys for tuning into this TG exclusive deck profile. Let me know what would like to see as the hand trap ratio to play in here. What other ways you would want to play this, especially with the ban list. Like Mind Control is at 3, Upstart Goblin is at 3, so it's different ways, different cards you can put in here to help you play against your opponent. But thanks you guys for tuning in. Y.G.O-LYFE signing out.